Carl Olson is our speaker today. And I've known Carl for quite a long time. He's been a good friend, a mentor. He has been on the national stage working with young people across the country. He's wowed people in Wisconsin. He's one of our speakers that we bring into the RYLA, the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards camp that we have here in our district, that kids can't get enough of him and want him to come back every year. So I couldn't be more delighted that he's here to join us, talking to our students and talking to us. Today, Carl will talk to us about the power of positive thinking and making a difference in our world, serving others, and hard work. We look forward to your presentation, Carl, and have made a contribution to the Rotary International Polio Plus Fund by way of saying thank you for speaking to us. As we welcome him to the podium, I want to remind you, if there's some time at the end, we will have questions and there'll be microphones circulating. So please welcome Carl Olson.
How's everybody doing? Hey, my name's Carl. Everybody say hi, Carl. And Michelle talked to me about a year ago to do this, and I met Sarah. Where's Sarah? Sarah's been following up. I've never been vetted this much for anything I've ever done before in my life, okay? Yeah, Sarah, and when we met at a coffee shop, and I've got several emails. You need to know I don't read the emails, okay? But you know, Sarah and Michelle are a lot like my wife, okay? When I die, my wife's going to have me cremated. She's going to put me in an hourglass and keep working me, okay? Anyway, it's a joy to hear. And I got to tell you what, this is one of the things Michelle said I need to do is I need to get the group fired up, okay? You can't do this with hair, okay? But anyway, so fired up and to do a little bit of entertainment. It's something I do a lot of, and to try to send a message. And I guess I'm 70 years old. I know I look much older than that, okay? But it's a new 40, in case you're wondering, okay? But I kind of have my foot in both worlds. And I want to talk a little bit about generational understanding, because we've got young people here, and we have, of course, the adults. And you need to know that I spend a lot of time with students. I also do corporate groups and nonprofits and so forth. But we have some great students out there, some great young people in this world. And if I went on what my older friends say, that you know, we're in trouble, okay? This is a real famous person said this about youth, okay? Said the following, our youth love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority, show disrespect for the elders, love to chatter in place of exercise. Children now are tyrants, not servants in their household. They no longer rise when elders enter the room. They contradict their parents, chatter before company, gobble up food, and tyrannize their teachers. Socrates, 400 BC, okay? I get to talk to all kinds of people, and here's what I'm going to tell you right now. I especially like the really young ones, okay? Because they just say stuff. But we all know what happens is adolescent comes along, and then they give you the Heisman, okay? You did it to your parents, and then we forget about it and so forth. And what we have to do is we have to make some connections. I'm going to teach you a magic trick right now because I happen to like magic. And we need to work together to make this work because I want you all to be successful. Everybody put your hand out like this right now. Everybody, hand out like this. Come on. Reach over and grab like this. Nice and tight. It's got to be really tight. Now, you guys got it over there? Then you go like this. No, put your hands down. We can do this. I know we can. Shake it out a little bit. I know it's lunchtime. You had this great lunch. All right, pay attention. Hand out like this, thumb down. Reach over and grab like this, nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. You guys got it over there? And go like this and see, I can do that and you can. And the reason I can do it and you can is I know something you don't know. And we all know that we know a lot that our young people don't know. And what we have to do is we have to make connections with them so that we can get those messages across. Because, you know, as I got older, my dad got so much smarter. Anybody relate to that? And the point is, what I want you to be is I want you to be successful. Now, if we're talking about leadership, and Rotary is all about leadership, if I just tell you how to do this, a percent of it you won't get it, okay? Because everyone perceives things differently. The human brain has 70 trillion synapses, according to brain theorists. I do brain-based workshops. Nobody's wired the same. Raise your hand if you have more than one child. Tell me that they're the same. It's a joke. And what we have to do is we have to help them figure that out. I'm going to give you some tools for your toolbox. Everybody on your table has one of these cards. Everybody take a card right now. Come on, everybody take a card. All right, now what I want you to do is look at the side that has 6 cards on it. Look at this. Pick out a card. Pick out a card. You can pick any one that you want. Lock it in your memory bank. Now we're going to work Rotary magic here. Everybody hold it out like this. Hold it out like this. Shake it. Shake it again. Turn it over. Your card will be gone. Everybody say illusion. Everybody say illusion. No. Everybody say illusion. The ones on this side are not on this side. It only looks like it. But you want to talk about making connections? Students, I want you to take this to school with you. People that are going back to the office, you go up to people and say, pick out a card. And then they pick it out, you shake it and say, now your card is gone. You put that in your pocket and walk away, and you've started to make connections with that person. You do not want to sit next to me on an airplane. I'm telling you this right now. You do not want that to happen. So we're going to show you how to do this. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Okay, say, I promise to help other people. Okay, I'll tell you what I liked. Ask you to put your hand out like you did. Ask to reach over, you did. You know how to listen and follow directions. What I did is I let go and I pointed over here, and I pointed over there. Instead of reaching over, I reached under. This is not hard. We can do this. Now, here we go. Hand out like this. Help your neighbor if they're having trouble. Underneath, let's go. Come on. Help your neighbor. I got some people having trouble. She's having some trouble right there. Help her. Come on, hand out like this. Reach underneath. Thumbs up. It's not that hard. Hand out like this. How many people can do it now? My message there is, boy, you have so much knowledge. I want you to impart to these young people, and you're going to have to make connections with them in order to do it. Everybody put your hand out like this. Right there. And it's what it's all about. Okay, it's what it's all about. Different ways to make connections. I am world famous. I've now taught this to over 1 million people because I've talked to about 1.5 million right now for the pencil trick. I can do the pencil trick. Most people can't. And I don't care if you ever learned it, but I am the pencil trick guy. Okay, you got that? It's a chapter in my book. I'm on YouTube teaching it. Everywhere I go, and I learned it when I was 10 years old. 10 years old, I learned it. It went in my toolbox, and now I use it as a connecting tool. I've been in the strangest, I was in Times Square, New York, busy on a day. A lady came up, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, aren't you Carl Olson, that pencil trick guy? And it turned out her name was Mary. She was from Missouri. I talked at a big conference in Missouri, and Mary was there that day. I didn't meet her that day, but I met her in New York, and now we've made a connection. And what we need to do is we need to connect to everybody, young people as well. And things like that really make a difference. We're just going to teach you some connecting tools. You've already got one. By the way, if you're type A, you laminate this, okay? All right. Hear my voice clap once. Come on now. Hear my voice clap once. Once. Twice. 3 times. Have you ever used that? I've talked to groups as big as 5,000. I can control the flow of energy. If you're working with young people, it works really, really well. Really, really well. I'm going to give you a quiz right now. We'll see if you can pass it. I'll start a commercial. You finish it. And Martha is going to help us with a $100 magic trick if you do a good job on this. Okay? I'll start a commercial. You finish it. Silly rabbit tricks are for? You know that. This is amazing. Wow. How about this one? I wish I were an Oscar Mayer. We don't really like them because they left us. I understand that, okay? But the fact is, that will not get you into Harvard, okay? But it's in your head. There's lots of things in your head that don't make much sense. We know the words of the songs. We know commercials. And that's not going to, but there's room for great stuff. So I want to teach you one great thing today. The people in this room are good. You're very good. I don't care what age you are. You should always be trying to get better. Because in the end, I want you to be your best. Notice I didn't say the best. I said your best. I went to Jeff McBride's Magic School in Las Vegas. I spent $1,000 to spend 7 hours with the world champion illusionist. He had 7 hours free, and I got to spend 7 hours with him. He has $1 million worth of magic in his house. And Chris Angel and all the Vegas magicians go there for jam sessions and so forth, and I got to spend time with them. Let me tell you this. I could never be Jeff McBride. He has skills that I don't have. Guess what? I have some he doesn't have. What we need to do with young people is we need to help them find out what they're good at. That's most important. And then get them on stage somehow, okay? So I'm going to teach you one. It goes like this. You guys are good. You're here because you're good. You need to get better because I want you to be your best. So it goes like this. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till you're good as better, better as best. How many people know that? You won't know it before you leave because I'll get you to say it 6 times, okay? Okay, so there's 4 verses. First verse, I say good, better. You say best. Good, better. Oh, you can better than that. Good, better. Come on. Good, better. It's not good enough. Good, better. How many people have read Good to Great by Jim Collins? Good is the enemy of great. I will not be satisfied for a good, good, better, best. It's got to be a really good one. Good, better. Good, better. Second verse, I say never let it, you say rest. Never let it. Never let it. Third verse, I say till your good is, and you say better. Till your good is. Till your good is. And the last verse, and your better is best. Good, better. We're never going to get to the $100 magic trick. Good, better. Good, better. Never let it. Till your good is. Better is. Can I tell you this? If you want something, and you know this in your life, if you've lived at all, if you don't ask, it doesn't happen, does it? You've got to ask, and you've got to say it, and you've got to believe it, and we've got to get young people to do it as well. And it's not that hard. You've got to say it. I guarantee you this. I was a really successful coach. I'm not bragging. And every practice started with this. Every meet ended with this. You just got to say it. You got to believe it. Good, better. Come on, good, better. Never let it. Till your good is. Better is. Let's go real fast. Good, better. Never let it till your. Let's go real slow. Then we'll get to the $100 magic. Good, better. Never let it till your good is. Better is best. And we're going to have Martha help us with this. I asked Martha to think of a card, and we didn't set this up. And she was great. It's going to be this card, Martha. What you need to know is this. When I was at the Jeff McBride Magic School, we worked on mentalism. You know, it's reading people's minds. I'm really good at it. I'm in your head right now, and it's really scary. I got to tell you that right now. Okay, would this not be a good trick if this was her card? Would it be a good trick? Everybody shake your head, yes. Okay, Martha, don't blow it. Now, card and suit, tell me what's your card? 11. The 11? There's no 11, though. You got to help me, Martha. Come on. She's going to get a copy of my book if she does this well. Martha, there's no 11 in a deck of cards. Tell me which one you got. What? The 3 of spades is right there. How many people think this is a pretty dumb trick? You know what a 5th grade boy said to me? He said, you paid $100 for that? And he would be right, because if this is all I did, it's barely good, and good's not good enough, is it? Martha, we're going to do this. Now, has parts of all cards. There's the ace of spades. You don't know what queen that is. You got to pick out a card and suit, and we're going to make this better. Good, better. Okay, I'll turn my back. Pick one out. Do you need more time than that? No, okay. Go ahead. You got one picked out? Yep. All right. Wouldn't this trick be better if the next card I pull out, here's her card? Would it be better? I need a drum roll right now. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Stop. That was the sickest drum roll I have ever seen. Come on, Rotarians, drum roll right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Stop. It is her card, okay? How many people think this is a pretty dumb trick? Martha, we got to get better. Good, better. What was your card? No kidding. You mean the 2 of hearts? Really? You can clap for that one if you want, okay? Hear my voice clap once. Come on, hear my voice clap once. Twice. See, that card trick had 3 levels to it. Like good, better, best. The first level was really stupid. The second level was kind of funny. And the last level was wow. I want you to have a wow. You have a wow life. I want you to have wow young people in your life. I want you to have wow school year. I can spell wow. Backwards. See, I would do that in front of adults. I would do that because it makes a difference. Good, better. Good, better. Never let it. Till your good is, better is, and you have to say it and believe it. The first time I talked, 15 people asked me to come and do a workshop. That was about 18 years ago. And I liked it. Then I did another one. And then I sat down, I said, I want to speak to 1 million people by the time I'm 65. And I made it because I said I was going to do it. You've got it, and we've got to enlist that into our young people as well. I'm going to give you 2 things that are most important. We hear all about testing. We hear all about stuff in terms of the development of young people. The 2 things that are most important are helping them find out what they're good at and then increasing their confidence, getting them on stage. I am connected to my grandkids. If I would have known grandkids were this much fun, I would have been nicer to my kids. I stole that joke from Zig Ziglar. But the point is this, and I'm going to run out of time here. The point is this. I'm connected to my grandkids. I got to take them to school last year. My wife was out of town. My daughter had a meeting, and I got to take them to school. And I looked at this, I'm connected to them, as a chance to help them grow. So I went over to their house the night before, and I said, I have a Rotary meeting tomorrow. At the time, I was in Sun Prairie Rotary. I said, I'm going to take you to Rotary tomorrow. You're going to be my guest, but you have to introduce yourself. I'm not going to introduce you. We practiced it. Okay, this is an 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. And then I said, and then you're going to have to tell a joke. And we practiced it. So here we are, 50 Rotarians sitting there having breakfast, and my 10-year-old grandson, Jackson, gets up. He says, I'm Jackson Nesbitt. I go to Northside. I'm a Nighthawk. What did the mother of Buffalo say to his child on the first day of school? Bye, son. The 6-year-old gets up and says, I'm Mason Nesbitt. Went through the whole spiel and says, where does a fish keep its money? In the riverbank. Those 2 kids floated out of that meeting. No, they increased their confidence, and people were, and this is what we have to do. See, if you have a connection to whether it's your child or your grandchild or the neighbor kid, if you have a connection, you've got to use that to help them improve. It's not that hard. Put your hand out like this right now. Come on. This is not hard, folks. Okay, we can do it. Hear my voice clap once, twice, 3 times. Fletcher, come on up here. Everybody say trust. If we're going to understand each other, we're going to have to trust each other, okay? And Fletcher volunteered to help me. And go stand over right there, Fletcher. Oh, Fletcher, now, this is my favorite coffee cup. Now, we're going to do a magic trick with this. And if the cup breaks, the only way the cup would break is if you don't follow directions, okay? So I want you to listen, okay? And I'm trusting you. Everybody say trust. Trust. Okay, so Fletcher, you have to pinch this washer. No, you got to pinch the washer, Fletcher. Now, come on, get there. Pinch the washer. Fletcher, you've got to pinch the washer, okay? Come on, be tough. There. Hang on to it. Now, back up a little bit, okay? Now, this has to be parallel to the stage. You understand parallel, right? If I go up, which way are you going, Fletcher? Parallel, down, up, even. You got it. Good. Good. Someone's teaching you some good math skills. I can see that. The last thing is a number 3. When I count to 3, you just let go. 1, 2, 3. See, if you do those 3 things, I know that this magic wand will work. I'm not so sure about you. If this cup breaks because you messed up, your rear end is going to be grass and I'm going to be the lawnmower. My dad used to say that all the time. How many can remember that one, huh? How about this one? Play with the bull, you get the horn every time. How many of your dad said that one? You didn't live where I lived. Okay. All right, so Fletcher, I know you can do it. Back up a little bit and you're going to get... I'm going to give you some magic tricks to your mom that you're going to have. Okay, I'm really nervous now. Okay. All right, I'm going to put this here. Now, Fletcher, a little higher, Fletcher, a little higher. Ready? 1, 2. Are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you can do this? We need group support. Let's count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He didn't let go. We got to do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. How can we miss? We've got group support. Fletcher knows his job, and we got the magic wand, but I'm a little bit nervous. I want you to know that, okay? All right, Fletcher, you're a good man, okay? Ready? Okay, you guys are going to count. Get it up here. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't know if we can do it. Everybody say trust. I'm trusting you to count. I'm trusting Fletcher to do his job. I know it's going to work. Okay, everybody count. 1, 2, 3. Give Fletcher a hand, okay? You did a good job. I got some magic tricks for you. Hear my voice clap once. Hear my voice clap once. You can go sit down. Hear my voice clap once, twice, 3 times. This will never fail. As long as the knots don't break and you live on earth, this will work every time. Okay? We need to be as good as this trick. We need to be as good as this trick as we deal with and get to know our young people. We need to be as good. Is it the truth? Yeah, come on. I understand Rotary. And we need to be as good as this trick. Now, if you want to do the trick, you stop up later, I'll teach you how to do it, okay? Hear my voice clap once, twice. How old am I? 70. What you need to know when you're 70, I was a wrestler in college. I was a 3-time All-American. I don't look like it, but I have a bad neck. So I have to loosen up my neck, old sports injury. So when I get up in the morning, it's neck, contacts, teeth, shower. I don't have to worry about hair. I don't have any, okay? All right, so I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror like this, and this is, you kids, you're going to learn a great magic trick now, and I go like this. Oh, plastic cup under your arm, okay? Kids, you want to have some fun with your teachers? You go to the party store and you get the hard plastic cups, okay? Then, you need a sleeve, you go to your math teacher, say, Mr. Johnson, I didn't get my assignment done because I slipped and fell on the way home in the parking lot, and I hurt my arm and I really couldn't get it done. Hear my voice clap once, twice, 3 times. See, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It has everything to do with the smile I just put on your face. And what we need to do is we need to bring generations together. And it's all about making connections and understanding the stages that they go through. I talk all over the country, and I always tell people how old I am. And I was in northern Minnesota talking. I talked to fifth graders on day one, then sixth, then seventh, and eighth. And I'm 62 at the time, and I'm setting up in the morning. I'm tired. I haven't been in my own bed. And this fifth grade girl came up to me. She said, "You're the guy who talked yesterday." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Boy, I really liked your talk." See, once they get to adolescence, they won't say that, okay? But she said she liked my talk, and I started feeling good. And I told her the day before I was 62, she said, "Are you really 62? Hey, you guys, she likes my talk, and she thinks I look young. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm ready to go." Fifth grade, you know what she said next? She said, "I have one problem." I said, "What's your problem?" She said, "Well, my grandfather's 70, and man, you look a lot older than him." Don't be offended, Don't be offended. Hear my voice clap once, twice. I'm going to finish with this, okay? What we need to do in our world is metaphors. I like metaphors. We need to open ourselves up. Okay, we want to open up their world to everything they can do. I have to tell you the truth. I'm in a lot of schools, and I work with a lot of young people, and I see there's more activities today than everywhere. I see more kids sitting on the bench because their friends aren't doing it or they might lose. And what we have to do is we have to convince them that they've got to get involved and take advantage of all these things. They need to fill themselves up to overflowing, okay? Try everything. Experience it. Don't have regrets, okay? I'm going to give you 3 things that can get in your way and their way of being successful. Number 1 is them feeling good about themselves and having self-confidence. And if they don't, and we all have times when we get down, and if that takes over, it takes a shot at our chance for success, okay? Secondly, other people. That's not dumb. Why are you doing that? That's not cool. And we've all experienced this too, the peer pressure thing. And if that takes over in a negative way, the same thing happens. Thirdly, circumstances. Everyone in this room has a story. They could be good, they could be bad, but they affect our life and they affect our students' lives as well. And if the stories take over, the same thing. And if I pull the pencils out, I got wet people here in the front row. What we need to do is we need to be a change agent for our young people. I'll put this white powder in here. We'll mix it up. And I'm going to talk about those 3 things. Number 1 is you, or self-confidence. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, you read her life story. Sexually abused, physically abused, escapes from Mississippi, goes to live with her dad in Milwaukee. Her dad said, "Girl, you can live here, but you're going to behave." Not only she behaves, she gets a high school degree and then a college degree, and she applies for a job as a weather girl. I believe it was in Pennsylvania. Was it Baltimore? Okay. But anyway, what happened is this. They interviewed all these people, and you're going to pick Oprah, right? They said, "Miss Winfrey, you've got the job. Now we'd like to change your name to Susie." She said, "Please don't be offended." And I don't know exactly how she said it, but I'm Oprah. If I can't be Oprah, I don't want your job. Why is she successful? She believes in herself. And when we believe in ourselves, great things happen. Other people. I want my grandchildren and I want my children to be around great influences. And I want to be there and try to help that happen. Because if you do that, great things happen as well. And then circumstances, find someone to talk to. And isn't this where we want our young people to be? Ready to take on the world. Hear my voice clap once, twice. I'm going to get my lighter out of here. Here's what I know. I see young people today, and I get to spend a lot of time with them like Michelle does, and they start and stop a lot, and you did too. Start and stop. And the reason they're doing that is because they're trying to be like somebody else. I just read a book, Be Yourself, Everyone Else is Already Taken. They can't be their friend. I did not say don't have friends, but they can't be their friend. So what we have to do is we have to help them find what they're good at. We want our young people to be like a candle. Lots of energy, 1 wick. See, what happens is this: if we can help them find out what they're good at, then they're going to go and go and go. This is a bad day. I'll only do this once, so you got to watch, okay? This is a bad day. I can take this piece of cotton, I can mold it, I can give it to other people. If we help them, and we do it as well, light our fire and go, and they handle the bad days, then bad days will be nothing but smoke, okay? Kids, don't try that at home. It's a special kind of cotton, okay? But the point is, this is where we want them to be. Good, better. Never let it. Till your good is, better is, best. I'm going to finish with this. We've got 3 ropes here. I got a long rope, I have a medium rope, and a short rope. This is the children. This is our young people. And I got to tell you what, do you all realize that your children, these young people here, are demographically blessed? How many people realize that? Starting January 1st, 2011, it happened. Every single day in America, 10,000 people turned 65. See, I was part of the baby boom generation. I happened to be at the front end of it. I was really lucky. I graduated from college, and who can remember this, in 1968, and I could have taught anywhere in the nation. And I wasn't even that good a student because I was at the front end where they really needed people. These young people today, if you help them get through it and handle all those difficulties, we're not going to have enough people to fill the jobs. It's already happening. Look around us. You see help wanted signs everywhere. Anyway, so children are really important. And this is you. You're part of the community, okay? And this is their parents. There's just less of them. What we need is this. Everyone's got a job to do. And you know, I've got little, middle, big, and I know the parents are going to do the job. And I know organizations like Rotary is going to do the job as well. How about you kids? You going to do the job? Are you? Everybody say yes. Because if we pull together, guess what? I don't have a long rope and a short rope and a medium rope anymore. But we still have 3 kinds of people. We got the parents. We got great organizations like Rotary. We got great youth today. Thank you for listening to me. Any questions? Any questions? And I won't tell you how I did that trick, okay? Don't ask me that. Oh, by the way, marketing, I want you to take that card with you because it has my website and it has my email address. And what you need to know is next week I'm in San Antonio, Austin, or northern Minnesota, and Chicago in 3 days. I would much rather be in Madison, okay? Any questions? Enjoy your day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carl. Thank you so much to everyone that attended today, to all the young people. This meeting is adjourned.